Well, hey everyone, Zach Tucker out here at Central Davidson High School getting you ready for our Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week presented by My 48. This week it's North Davidson at Central Davidson. It's time to go inside the headset with both coaches. Joining us now is the lead man for the Spartans, Coach McIntosh. Coach, the Spartans are 5-3 on the season. Just kind of tell me about how we've gotten to this point.
Yeah, so, we started out the season tough non-conference schedule. Week 1, we played Monroe. They're probably a Final Four team in 2A. Always good year after year. And we battled with them, but they ended up pulling away from us. And then we play Week 2, Cupperson, 4A school, Union County. Probably double the amount of kids that we got in our school, and again our kids fought hard. And then we got a couple wins versus West Davidson and Lexington, and then a heartbreaker, dropped a heartbreaker versus Eastern Randolph on literally the last play of the game. It was tied 21-21, and they walked it off on the last play of the game. And then we started conference play, and we've been rolling up to this point so far.
Tell me a little bit about some of the key playmakers on your team.
Oh man, Paxton Flo, number 10. He's just done anything we needed this year. He's played running back. He's played quarterback. He plays safety for us. He gets us lined up on defense, and he comes over and calls the plays on offense. Jesse Robertson's been a dog on offense and defense all year. Jordan Ash at corner. He's shut down a whole side pretty much year round. They don't even throw it his way much anymore. Nate McCartney playing both ways, tight end and outside linebacker. And then, the guys up front, O-line, we're a very run-heavy team, and those guys lead the way the whole time. And Junior Click's also emerged lately, too, as a heck of a running back, and he's been playing nose guard, undersized, and he just goes out there and plays every week.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, you guys have had a lot of success with your conference play so far this season. Friday night, another conference matchup against North Davidson. Tell me a little bit about the Black Knights.
Oh man, they're a good team. They're very well coached. Coach Bowman does a great job over at North Davidson, and the guys they can be explosive on offense. That's for sure. That's what I talked to our guys this morning, the ones I have in class this morning, and I'm going to tell the rest today when we go out to practice. If you blink, they can score. So we got to, on defensively, we got to be locked in every single play. We can't take any plays off, because you can play great defense and have 3 bad plays and be down 21-0. And then offensively, our offense is going to line up and do what we do. We always get a multiple of fronts and different defenses. We're never quite sure what people are going to throw at us because our offense is so unique. But I think our guys have bought in, and they're up to the challenge.
Yeah, now the stadium might be a little empty behind of us now, but we're going to have a lot of different TV cameras out here on Friday night. How big of an opportunity is this for your program?
Oh man, it's great. I think it's the first time being on Friday Night Rivals, and I think it's the first televised game here at Spartan Community Stadium. It's big just to get us some exposure. We're kind of down here in the bottom of Davidson County, and a little bit of ways away from Winston-Salem and all that. So it'd be nice to get some eyes on this part of the county, and to play against North Davidson, a historic program that they've produced big time player after big time player over the years. It should be a packed house senior night. Our side will be packed. They always bring a great crowd, and it should be a great environment.
And as you just mentioned, it will be senior night here at Central Davidson. Just kind of talk to me a little bit about the senior class and what they've meant to your program.
Yeah, so the last 2 years we've graduated over 20 players. This year we only have 8, so it is a smaller senior class. But a lot of these seniors have been on varsity for 3 years, and a few of them have been on varsity for 4 years. So they've been around the block, and they've kind of seen the turn of the program, because when they first got here, when they were in middle school, we had one of the longer losing streaks in the state of North Carolina here at Central Davidson, and they've been a big part of turning this program around to where it's not every year you're going 0-10.
Yeah, and going off of that, as we mentioned earlier, you guys have had a lot of good success in conference play, and not to put the cart before the horse here, but let's just say that things go in your favor on Friday. You look ahead to next week at Oak Grove, and could be a chance to maybe win the conference or at least clinch a share of the conference championship. How big of a deal is that to at least be in this position at this point in the season?
Yeah, you know, start of the year, our guys, we set goals, and one of our biggest goals was to win the conference, and that's what we want to do, and be 3 games in and to be able to control our own destiny. You know, last year we went into the last game of the year with a chance to share the conference, but this year, sitting right now where we are right now, we control our own destiny. And you know, if we can win out, then it'll be ours outright. But we got to win Friday night. We can't worry about 2 weeks right now. We're not overlooking anybody, because North Davidson is a good team, and they're going to be prepared, and they're going to be well coached.
Yeah, now you've been the head guy here at Central Davidson for a little bit now, and I want to give the chance for you to share with the community just a little bit more about you. So I want you to finish this sentence, Coach McIntosh. If I were not the head coach at Central Davidson, I would be what?
If I wasn't a head football coach, I'd still be coaching, but I would be coaching baseball. I was an assistant baseball coach for 14 years. Last year was the first year I hadn't coached baseball. So I would still be coaching, but I'd probably I would have taken the baseball route if I wasn't doing football.
Now, did you play baseball growing up?
I did, yes sir, yep. Any
favorite professional teams?
I'm a Cubs fan.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
Yeah. Well, so I got to see him win a World Series, but it went back downhill pretty quickly after that World Series. They're not very good again.
Right. Well, you know, they still got plenty of time to rebound, and you know, in the off season, who knows what will happen with the Cubs. But what's your final message to all the Spartans fans out there before kickoff on Friday?
Come out to the game, be early, tailgate, have a lot of fun, be loud, and support the Spartans, and hopefully we can put on a good show.
Awesome. All right, well, thanks so much for your time today, Coach McIntosh. I appreciate it, and good luck on Friday and the rest of the way this season.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
All right, well, let's go ahead and send it over to North Davidson. We are out here at North Davidson High School with Coach Bowman. And Coach, the Black Knights are 2-6 on the season. Just tell me about how we got to this point.
Yeah, so you know, we've had a tough schedule. We've been in some games, we've battled hard. You know, we just haven't found a way to finish them when it counts. Fourth quarter has been not our friend right now, but I think the guys are primed to finish out the season on a good note. We've got some good, tough opponents in front of us, but you know, in county games, in conference games, it's always easier. They want to play hard. You know, they've been playing these guys since they were kids, so it's not hard to get up for them. But you know, I think they're primed and ready for a good finish to the season. Hopefully, give us a chance to make the playoffs.
Tell me a little bit about some of the key playmakers for your team and the guys who can make some of those big plays on Friday.
Yeah, so you know, offensively, we've got 2 dynamic running backs in Amir Dalton and Zaylen Hayes. Both of those guys, they complement each other, kind of a thunder and lightning, so to speak. You know, they both do a tremendous job in the backfield, along with our quarterback, Ethan Pickle. He does a fantastic job. He's, you know, more of an athlete type kid, can get out in the runs and has a strong enough arm to do things in the pass game. Defensively, you know, we're anchored by our linebacking core with Drew Mabe and Bryce Burkhart, 2 seniors, tremendous people, tremendous athletes, and then ultimately our kind of spark plug, so to speak, on the defensive side of the ball is Hayden Ross. Hayden is he leads the team in tackles. He's everywhere, you know, kind of a Tasmanian devil type guy. You know, he's literally everywhere. But he anchors that side of the ball, and then we have, you know, just good complementary guys kind of all over the place. Damani Chorn on the offensive side and defensive side of the ball. Colt Fisher's in the backfield, in the back end of our defense. He's a young sophomore, but he's been someone who's kind of come on late and surprised a lot of people, and he plays really well. But just good complementary pieces kind of all around.
Now on Friday, you guys will take the short trip over to Central Davidson in a Davidson County Conference matchup, if you will. Tell me a little bit about the Spartans. Yeah,
so Coach McIntosh and those guys over there, they did a tremendous job. You know, their offensive coordinator, he kind of orchestrates this newfound offense, or I guess it's more of a new take on an old spin offense, and it's tough. You know, they're efficient with it. It's a more of a rugby scrum look to an offense, but so it's tough to prepare for, obviously throughout the week. But they do such a great job with it. Coach McIntosh is the defensive coordinator. He's a good friend of mine. He coached me actually at West Forsyth back in the day. So he anchors their defense. He's their defensive coordinator. He's always got everybody's number. He's a fantastic defensive coordinator on that side of the ball. They play so hard. You know, he gets the most out of those kids. They play really hard, and he does a really good job with them.
Yeah, and kind of touch base a little bit more about your relationship with Coach McIntosh. Obviously, you guys have the West Forsyth ties, and it's kind of neat to learn a little bit more about the coaching ties within the Triad community, but just kind of touch base about your relationship with Coach McIntosh.
Yeah, so I believe it was, I think he came in as my junior year or maybe senior year of high school. And matter of fact, he actually helped out with the offensive line at that time, and obviously I played offensive line for Adrian at West Forsyth. He came in, he was young right out of college, and just to see him grow and what he's become and the respect that he's got from the coaching ranks, it's something that you can definitely model yourself after, somebody that I've known for such a long time, both being West Forsyth grads. I think it's really cool, just everything that kind of encompasses, former coach, now so-and-so rival or enemy and going against each other, but it's all fun, it's all good. But on Friday night, I don't want to talk to him. He's on the other side, but it's been good.
Yeah, now the game on Friday will be broadcast all over the Piedmont Triad on My 48. We'll also have it on our website, abc45.com, YouTube channel, and Facebook page as well. How big of an opportunity is this for your program?
Yeah, it's always good to shine light on your program. We've turned over a new leaf, this being my first year as a head coach. I have been here for a while. I've been here for going on 6 seasons, but the first year as a head coach. So just giving the program a chance to showcase themselves. The community, they see us every Friday, but I know a lot of people around in the Piedmont Triad, they don't get a chance to. So just showing everybody that we are still here. I know we used to be in the CPC, now we've kind of gone away, but just that we are still here, that we're still a program that's going to work hard, it's going to fight hard, it's going to play 4 quarters of good football. It's really good for the kids too, giving them an opportunity to showcase what they got, maybe for the college scouts or whatever it may be.
Now you could say that we are putting this game on the big screen, so I've got to ask you, Coach, what is your favorite football movie of all time?
When I was growing up, I'd say Remember the Titans or Friday Night Lights. One of the two was definitely my favorite growing up.
Were there any characters or any scenes from either of those movies that really stood out to you?
Yeah, with Remember the Titans, Gary Bertier, the scene where he's challenging the defense or the offense, so to speak, and just kind of firing guys up. That's just how I've always been, and it's fun to see that. And then Friday Night Lights, the end speech with the quarterback and trying to get in the end zone. I mean, there's nothing that gives you goosebumps thinking about it.
Yeah, now I want to give you the chance to allow the community to learn a little bit more about you, with this being your first year of head coach. So I want you to complete the sentence. If I were not the head coach at North Davidson, I would be blank.
I think I'd be in law enforcement. I've got a lot of respect for what they do, and I got a lot of friends and brothers and community guys that I know who are in law enforcement. So I think I'd be in law enforcement.
Awesome. Well, what is your final message to all the Black Knights fans out there before kickoff on Friday as your team tries to make that final playoff push?
We need every fan to come out. We need everybody to be there, to be loud, be proud, and get ready for some good North Davidson football.
Awesome. All right, well, thanks so much for your time today, Coach Bowman. I appreciate it, and good luck on Friday and the rest of the way this season.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, for more Inside the Headset content, subscribe to the ABC 45 YouTube channel.